Hi everybody, it's Michelle, and today I want to do a planner update with you guys. Recently I went through a little bit of a planner slump. I became very overwhelmed. I didn't know what I wanted to use. I was switching back and forth several times a day, and it just became way too much. And I decided to just stop everything that I was doing, and I started using my phone for my entire schedule. So I will show you a little bit on how I do that and what I'm using these for at this time also. Now, my entire schedule is on my Google Calendar, and I have an app on my phone that I use, and I have been using it for years. It's called Kenu, and there is a version for Android and for the iOS system, so I have it on my iPad and my little iPod also. And it syncs your whole Google Calendar, as many Google Calendars as you want, and it also syncs your Google Task. So everything can show up. I have a widget on my home screen that shows me everything that I need to do. And when I open up to my agenda, this is my agenda, it actually puts all of my tasks and events and my task together on one day on the agenda view. And of course, it has the different views: the month, the week, day, just the task. So I love this app. I keep my entire editorial calendar in here. I have a calendar specifically devoted to that. Everything that I'm doing with the family, all appointments, meetings, birthday parties, all of that goes in here. Birthdays, everything is in my Google Calendar. And I can sit at my computer and update things, and it'll automatically come to my phone or vice versa. And Calendar also has the ability to link with your Evernote account. So you can actually send things to Evernote or add Evernote notes to your agenda. So that's really convenient also. I love this app. It is a paid app. It is not free. I think it was like $3.99, but I purchased it when I very first started using Android phones, and that's been a long time ago. So, and then I did purchase the option or the version for the iPad also. So they're not expensive, and it was worth every penny that I ever paid for it. So that is my schedule. It is all in here. But I know myself, and I know that I need paper also. I cannot do everything on the phone or digitally. I've tried to take notes in OneNote, which I still do some also. I take a lot of notes in Evernote, or I save things into Evernote, that's a great program for saving like recipes and patterns and projects and tutorials. I send all of that to Evernote or OneNote. I'm trying to see if I can switch over to OneNote from Evernote, but I don't know how that's going to go. So in order for me to have paper to just scribble down notes, I like to write things out when I'm like working on a budget, paying bills, when I'm talking on the phone, taking notes. I need paper to do that, or I I don't seem to be able to take comprehensive notes if I'm trying to do it digitally, especially when I'm talking on the phone. So for that, I use my Yellow Sunshine Beauty. Um, it's the personal size that I made, and I carry this around with me everywhere because I did put my wallet stuff back in here. So all my cards are in here, my money, and in here I have my 2-year calendar, which even though I don't really need this, I like to carry around a physical calendar with me, and this goes way far in the future. So I have that here, and I do jot notes on things that I have ordered online that I'm waiting to come in the mail here in this calendar. So this is just surrounded, and this one came from Walmart, just a cheap yearly, or monthly calendar, but it is for 2 years. And I just have it surrounded by my top loading envelope with my cash and stamps, that type of thing, and cards back here. And these are all the cards that I need to carry with me. In this one, I have another set of card holders that carry all my debit cards and other bank cards. And in here, I just have note sheets where I do like morning pages when I sit down and write that, and some other just scrap paper that I can jot notes on in here. This is my little notebook that I got at Dollar Tree. I was using it for a bullet journal previously, and now I'm just using it to scribble down notes or ideas when I have to work things out on paper. I can always go back to using this as a bullet journal if I need to, which is the great thing about the way I have things set up right now. So that's this, and I'm about halfway done with this book, and I have a whole stack of these, so I have plenty to use in the future. That is this. And this back one is just like my list book where I have all my collections, where I keep all of that information. Like if you're familiar with a bullet journal, this would be all of my collections, like my budget, my grocery list, my bills to pay, reading list, movies I want to watch, that type of stuff is all in here. And I did add a pin loop onto here. I have a video on that if you haven't seen it. It is somewhere here on the channel. I think it was like in August where I posted that, how I make these. I have another pin loop here on this front one right there. So this goes with me everywhere. I only pull it out if I absolutely need it. And when I'm home, I just kind of keep it off to the side for me if I need to jot down notes. Because some other daily notes I do put in my phone on my calendar just to jot down things that happen throughout the day, like just things that are happening throughout the day, not anything specific. Like if I'm listening to a podcast or something and I want to keep notes, or watching a video, I want to keep notes, I might do that here in this notebook right here. So this is what I've been using right here. I feel very secure having my calendar and all of that information in here. I like looking at the day and seeing everything that needs to be done. And it's so easy to move it around if I need to change my schedule, especially the editorial calendar that I have in here. I also have a schedule for social media. All my tasks, of course, are listed, and they are categorized by either personal or work or whatever category they go under. And it's all there. And I love it. And I love that I can do it on my phone. If I remember something while I'm laying in bed, I just grab my phone and put it in the phone. But most of the time I do prefer to kind of schedule things out when I'm sitting in front of the computer, because I can type much easier on the computer keyboard than I can put it in here with my thumbs, on my phone. So that is what I'm using. I still do use this, kind of. It's not a planner at all. And in my Webster's pages, Traveler's Notebook, I just have a lot of notebooks that I'm not using. This is just kind of there if I want to start using the standard size. But I do have this in there, which is my journal that I am using right now. And this is the one, if you've watched my Scrapbook Monday videos or my Journal with Me videos, this is the one that I'm working in right now. You'll know, I used to put these videos here on the Raising Mimi channel, but I have switched them over to the Poochie Baby channel because they're more artsy, more having to do with like DIY and crafts. And so now they are posted over on the Poochie Baby channel, and they are my Scrapbook Monday videos. And I will link to that up here. I'll put in a card so that you can see, and you can go check those out. I believe for about the past month, I have had them over on the other channel. So if you wondered what happened to those videos, they're over there on the other channel. So this is just a Midori 013 insert with the thin paper that I have been using, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Just give you a quick flip through real quick. I store the used ones in here. These are, well, not used, but the completed ones that I've had in here. This one is not standard size. I had this one in a different size to go with my weeks, my Hobonichi weeks. I had a Traveler's Notebook made that size. So when this one is done, it'll go in the red book and be put away and archived. So that's that. As for my Erin Condren Life Planner, I have gone back and forth with this one. I cannot plan in this. For some reason, every time I have ever tried to actually plan in this thing, I just cannot do it. It's not practical. I can't carry it around with me. I don't like having it sit next to me because it takes up too much room. It's just not really practical for that. But what this is good for is record keeping. I use this to keep record of all my bills that get paid. I do that on the monthly. I will show you how I set that up here. I put my bills here and I mark down how much I paid and the date I paid on the side. And right here, I will show you. This is what it's being used for right now. Is my editorial calendar. That is mainly what this is. Even though I do have all of this in my Google Calendar, sometimes I just need to be able to see it visually out here on paper in order for me to understand it better. So that's what this is. And these are all just removable little stickers that I have on here, just planning out different things that I want to get done on those days. And I can move them around if I need to. And when they're done, I take the sticker off and I actually write it in and highlight it according to whatever it's color coded. And I'll show you what September looks like that. No stickers, but everything is there and highlighted according to when it happened and what it was. So I do also put in appointments and things just so I can get a visual reference on how it looks, what each day looks like, and how busy each day is going to be for me and how much I have planned to get done that day, just to kind of give me a visual reference of that. So this is how I'm using it. And then I still kind of went back and I do put in some pictures and things on the weeks sometimes if I had extra pictures from when I was doing my scrapbook videos. And let's see here. What do I have this for last week? I didn't do much. I do kind of put at the top when I have things to do that day. I really don't know how I'm going to use this for this. I've thought about getting a new Erin Condren for 2017 and to keep doing this, using it for the visual overlay of everything for the month. But I think I will get an hourly one, and that way I could plot out the day, or I could keep a record of what I did during the day, how much time I spent doing things. I usually do that somewhere else, but recently I haven't been doing that, and so that might be a good way to keep that record along with everything that happened each day of the month on the monthly calendar. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully that will work out. So I will have links to all of this stuff, to the Kalangu app, to the Erin Condren, this Webster's Pages, all of this I will link below. If you have any questions about my update, just let me know in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. You guys have a great day and I will see you next time.